Hi, how are you doing today? I am KCLau here from www.kclau.com. I receive many emails a day regarding personal finance matter, and this particular email from a reader it caught my attention to actually reply and do a screencast explanation of how to achieve a financial goal which is very precise. So let's just start by reading the email. You see, she said that she has worked in an MNC for 2 years, and the monthly income is 2,200 at this moment. That is after reduction of EPF and SOCSO and everything. And I'm spending most of my income on repaying my study loan with 4% interest. So the study loan actually take up like 700 ringgit a month. Living cost is 600 a month, and parents allowance 200, 100 on phone bills and internet bill, 300 on saving, and rental, and 200 paid for rental, 200 paid for emergency backup money. So with 300 ringgit saving monthly, it's hard for me to achieve my financial goal, which plan to have my first 50k at age 30, and she's now 25 years old, so she still have 5 more years to go in order to achieve 50,000. Let's just I'll copy this so that I can make a very simple illustration. Okay, let's paste the text over here. She's now saving 300 a month, and I think this 200 ringgit a month is also for emergency backup fund, which is also part of her saving. So let's add up all the expenses. 700, 600 is 1,300, 1,500, 1,600, and 1,000. So her expenses is actually 1,800, if I'm not mistaken, per month. 1,800 per month. This is the fixed expenses you need to pay, and the remaining 300, this is a saving, so you can currently afford, is 300 plus 200 should be 500. And of course the math not actually add up, you see, because you said her total income is 2,200, but here it's like 230, but don't worry about that. So we just assume she just save consistently 300 a month. And her question is, okay, let's look at the question again. Can she achieve her financial goal to save her first 50,000 at age 30? Let's assume that she is now 25 years old, and after 5 years at 30 years old, she would want to save an amount of 50k. She's asking if she saves 300 a month now, starting now, in 5 years time, can she achieve the goal of saving 50k? So it's in fact very simple to do that. You can find any saving calculator on the internet, and it can do the calculation for you. You don't necessarily need to know how to use a financial calculator. Of course, I use it quite often. Okay, let's do a search on savings calculator. Okay, there's a simple saving calculator over here. Okay, simple. So initial amount, we can just put in 0, Monthly deposit is 300. And compound interest, let's say put it annually, compounded interest. And if she save in FD, let's say if she save in FD, we can put it monthly if the FD is monthly, but normally we can just put it annually. And the annual rate is, say, 3%. Okay, and number of zeros is 5, so you just press calculate between one initial amount. Oh, okay, I'll just put $1. I think that's a defect on it. You are supposed to be able to calculate even if it's 0, but it's the problem of the calculator. Never mind, just put it $1 everywhere. So you'll see, okay, the result is after 5 years of consistent saving, she'll get 19,000. This is including all the interest that is compounded over the years. If she's going to save in FD only and giving a 3% return a year, she only can get 19,000, and that cannot meet her goal, right? Okay, let's jot down. If she's going to save 300 a month at FD, let's say giving 3% a year, she can only get 19,000 at the end of 5 years. So that is definitely not enough to meet her goal. So there are a few things you can do. One is you increase the return over here, or you increase your savings. And let's look at the other route first. Let's look at how much increment you need to get on the return rate every year in order to achieve 50k. So let's go back to the calculator just now, and let's put it on 8% a year. Calculate. It's still only giving 22,000, not much, right? How about 25? Okay, so this will be ridiculous. You see, in order to achieve 25% return a year, it is almost impossible unless you're Warren Buffett or someone who has that ability to invest and get this much of return every year, or those people who are actually in business and you can earn a lot of return from a small amount of money. Of course, we are going to assume that she is just going to carry on her work, and even increasing her return to 25% a year, it is still not enough to achieve her financial goal. One thing she can do is she needs to increase her saving every year. So let's get back to her question. You see, she said that she's planning to increase her income next year, which will increase her saving up to 600 per month. So if she can increase maybe about like 10% of her income, and she save all the additional salary, she will get like 600 per month. So what we are going to do, you can still use the same saving calculator, but you can do it manually this time. Okay, let's just put it number of years 1, and let's say she still save in 3% return FD, 300 a month. After a year, this is the final saving after 1 year, after the first year. Paste it over here. Okay. So on the second year, she can start with this amount, 3650.95, and at the second year, she starts saving 600 a month. Okay, still at the 3% annual rate return. So the number of years, we can just put it 1 over here. She'll end up with 11,000. So on the second year, she is going to get this is the second year. And we can put it here. So let's just assume that after the second year you didn't increase her saving. So we are going to find out if this is possible to get her to the 550k goal in 5 years. Still 3%. And after that, if there's no more, we can just put in the remaining 3 years. Let's calculate. Nope, it's still impossible to get to the 50,000 goal. So she definitely need to increase her income again. Let's say she increase another 300 ringgit. So this time she will saving 900 number of years 3. Okay. Ta-da! It's quite near, right? It's quite near. It is quite near. So we can do an assumption that she just increased her saving on the third year to 900 ringgit, and then on the fourth year she need to increase again. But I think she is pretty near to what she'll get. I need a figure over here. You see that after the third year, the saving become third year become 22,000. So we're gonna put 22,357.58 over here. So let's say she just increased another 100. I think it's pretty near. So we just put in 1,000 on the 4th years onward. Number of year 2. Oh, it is pretty near. So let's say you put in 1100. How about this? She is able to save the 50k. I hope you are not lost during this calculation. So on the 4th year, I'll copy this and paste it over here. Okay, this is based on the assumption that on the first year she saved 300 a month. 300 a month. Starting from second year, she saved 600 a month. And on the third year, she saved 900 a month. On the 4th years onwards, she will need to save 1,100 a month. And also on the 5th years, 1,100 a month. Then she will be able to achieve 50,000 in saving based on the return of FD only 3% a year. If she is able to increase the rate of return here, over the long term, it will be the amount of saving per month will be even less. And of course, you are recommended to increase your saving rate and also your return of your saving or investment. At least do 8 to 12% a year. You can easily achieve that if you are investing in stocks or unit trusts. So that's all for today. If you want to read more about personal finance stuff, please come and visit my blog at www.KCLau.com, and you'll find a lot of free resources and articles about how to manage your finance. And I hope to hear from you. Bye bye.